You might be looking to buy a house. We know that a lot of times where your kiddos are going to go to school can be a big factor.
And we have the resources to help you find the perfect spot.
Let's check out Central Ohio, explore the city. We'll help you discover the glory and we'll reveal the nitty-gritty. You're joining Laura and Melissa. Hi, I'm Laura.
And I'm Melissa.
And we're really ready to talk with you a little bit about education today.
That's right. We are licensed realtors in the state of Ohio. And as realtors, we have to abide by fair housing laws, which means we cannot steer people to or from specific neighborhoods or school districts. But we have resources to help you make that decision for yourself.
And you wouldn't want that anyway. If you're working with a realtor, you want them to just give you the facts and the resources so you can seek it out yourself. You don't really want someone else's opinion of where your kids are going to get their education likely. So let's move on and tell you a little bit about maybe the first stop on your tour of finding the right education for your kiddos.
First up, the powerhouse resource, the Ohio Department of Education. So you may need a specific program for your child, and they have a great interactive website that you can go to and kind of plug things in and find the resources for your child there.
Yeah, so remember, it's the Ohio Department of Education's website, and you click on the thing that says dashboard. Another thing they have, Melissa, that can be really helpful, frequently asked questions. And it's just a bunch of questions and then they're quick answers, and that can be really helpful. You may have something specific you want to find out, and that's a quick way of getting the info you need. We're going to be dropping that link below, as well as a link to the Department of Taxation's Look Up Your School District. And that's important because at the end of the day, you also need to know the bottom line and some of those dollars and cents. So that can help guide your information and opinion also.
Some additional resources are greatschools.org.
It's a good one.
Yes, and niche.com. They have a wide variety of information for all schools all across the U.S. So definitely a great place for information.
And you know, Facebook too. Here in Central Ohio, a lot of parents have started those Moms in the Know Facebook pages. That's usually what they're called. And then you also add the neighborhood or community that you're thinking about moving to. A lot of times if you toss a question in there, you're going to get a lot of opinions.
For sure, yeah. So anything from schools to neighborhoods to ailments of anything. There's always so many questions and so many helpful moms out there as well.
Absolutely. And you know, our kids are now in grade school. I do have one coming up on kindergarten, but as younger moms, kindergarten can be a huge question you have.
Yes, so schools in Ohio, they vary among the districts, but for instance, Laura and I's school district that our kids go to, they do have a full day option for kindergarten, but it's a lottery. Yes.
I mean, that is a big day
so
for a lot of parents. So you have to put your name
in and cross your fingers
if
and
you
toes
want full day.
if you want it. And then once you get it, you have to pay a monthly fee for that full day kindergarten.
But if you want half day, that is still free, at least in our school district. You're paying that extra for the full day. Some people don't want that. So maybe you want to go to a school district that doesn't charge extra and it is a guaranteed half day. Or I think some school districts, there is no charge for full day.
Correct. And then there's other school districts that do kind of an alternating day. So they have full day, but it's your child goes Monday, Wednesday, every other Friday. And to be honest, that I think would have been a scheduling nightmare for me to remember, okay, does my kid go to school today or not?
It switches from week to week, and people who live in that community up north tell us that it started because they used to be a farming community and that was helpful, but yeah, it can be tricky, but for some people that works really great.
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of options. So again, yeah, check out those Facebook groups. You can ask all those questions there. All those moms will help you out for sure.
Next, let's talk about trade schools and joint vocational schools. That's an option if you have some older kiddos that you might want to think about. Here in Central Ohio, there are some really, really great options. And these are the types of schools where your kids might get some hands-on learning for trades that they can go and put to use right after school.
Yeah, and actually many of them do it during high school, and the high schools actually provide the transportation to those programs. So it really is I know there's one in Delaware and there's several in Franklin County as well. So that's definitely a great option for kids.
And for those kiddos who do feel like they want to go on to college after school, but maybe they're doing really well in grade school and they want to knock out some of their courses, their college courses, while in high school, that's an option at Ohio schools too.
Yes. So we have some great community colleges that partner with the high schools. So you can get your classes in and not have to pay tuition. So that's a win-win for sure.
The school helps out. It's a little tricky. You want to talk to your school district about the financing portion of it, but another thing to consider. Now, we got to point out what's all around us. You might have been noticing the gorgeous scene. We are walking within. We are standing on the campus of The Ohio State University.
Yes, our alma mater, for sure.
We, as you know, we're both alumni and really excited about it. This is a great school in the heart of Columbus, just north of downtown.
Yes, so it's obviously one of the largest universities in our area, but it's not the only one. We have a lot of options. There's Otterbein, there's
Denison, Capital.
Yep, so there are a ton of options, and we'll try to get some, video footage of those campuses just to throw in here too, so you can kind of see the options.
But the point is, what we want to mention to you is just that there are a lot of options even after your kiddos go through the grade school system, where if they want to not go too far from home, this is a great area. A lot of really great colleges and universities here. And again, The Ohio State University, just here in 2022, was ranked among the top 50 by the U.S. World and News Report ranking. So, really good quality options here too, and a good bang for your buck.
And pretty much any major that you want. A lot of the counselors would joke, if you want underwater basket weaving, you can probably find it here. So yes, there's definitely a lot of options for majors. So if you have a child who maybe is unsure of what they want to do, they can start out doing just some basic classes and kind of find their way and figure out what department they want to end up in.
Melissa, let's take a quick break and show them around.
Let's do.
And while we're talking about universities and campuses, one of the biggest expenses tends to be housing. So we want to share with you a strategy that some of the people we've worked with have actually used to spend a little money up front, but then make money at the end of college.
Exactly. Rather than making a landlord rich, why not look for an investment property and have your kids and their roommates pay the mortgage? So definitely something that people have done. My sister actually did that. My two nephews were going to school, and so in the little college town, they found a house there, and they're going to live there for 4 years, and then my niece is also going to go to school there. So for at least a total of 6 years, they will have somebody paying their mortgage. And they have a built-in property manager with my nephews there.
Mowing the lawn and mowed, yes. Wash the dishes,
their keep,
fix that toilet, all the things. Or, I would say maybe even teach your kiddos some of those early life lessons about expenses and make them chip in on rent too. But whether you do or you don't, at the end of the day, it does cost a little money up front for a down payment, but then you have your mortgage a lot of times paid off by the students and maybe even your own kiddo using that house. And at the end, you have a second investment property that can really help with your own finances. So it may seem like a lot to bite off, but we would love to help you, or a realtor who you trust can take a look at those numbers and let you know that it may be more achievable than you think.
Yeah, and even if you don't have a child coming here to Ohio where we can help you, maybe you live here now and your child is going to another state. Our brokerage that we work with is in all 50 states, and it's even international. So we can connect you with a realtor that will help you find that investment property if that's what you'd like to do.
Take a quick moment, if you don't mind, and subscribe to our channel. We want to stay linked to you. And if you have any questions, toss them in the comments below. Or for a more personal question or just to get to know us better, email us. It hits both of us. It's liveincolumbus@gmail.com.
See you soon.
Bye.